right? Oh my gosh, I'm feeling myself in this jacket. I mean, really.
You look fantastic.
Thanks.
It's a podcast,
Not a cast pod.
Hey, Fraser.
Every day. Oh my God.
She got the scoop.
On pop culture news, so grab a drink. It ain't what you think.
It's Sarah.
And the crew. Oh my gosh, you guys. Okay, it has been a crazy past couple of days. We have been bananas all over the globe from Michigan. We've been doing SNL auditions. I mean, it has just been insane. But we are back. We are live in studio here at Podcast Village where we do most of the podcasts. We're working on a little podcast annex. You might have checked that out on YouTube. We are back in studio at Podcast Village. I'm your host, Sarah Fraser. AJ on the mic is in studio. Jackie is here, our intern. Maddie is here. Jackie, the poor thing, has a concussion. I mean, are you okay?
You know, I'm struggling, but it's
You poor
fine.
thing, what happened? I mean, you got wasted, decided to take a bath, knocked yourself out on the way out. I mean, are you speaking another language? What happened?
Yeah, so after night out, I went home, and my bathroom is very small. I turned around very quickly and fell backwards into my bathtub and landed on my neck, and my head bounced off the tiles.
No, wait, did you call 911 on yourself? Like,
No.
that was like
I
a whole nother
should've.
incident.
That was another incident, yeah.
Oh my God. How did you know you had a concussion? You went to the doctor the next day?
I didn't even need to. I woke up at like 1 p.m. and then my head was just spinning. I was nauseous. I threw up like 5 times. And
wait,
then-
but you
yeah.
have been to see somebody, right? Since this concussion. What?
I
Why are you
self-diagnosed. I self-diagnosed. You know, I thought I'd call my dad and I said, you know, it's pretty obvious I definitely have a concussion. Do you think the doctor will do anything differently? He said, no, just rest.
Like, people die from you've got to go to the doctor after this. Are you crazy?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yes. Girl. Oh my God.
I don't know. It was because I put some ice on it, and then apparently I found out later that you're not supposed to go to bed until
Yeah, of
like
course not. You can have like some sort of brain rupture. You never wake up.
Didn't know that. I thought it would help, so I was like, I'm just gonna go to sleep.
Oh my God. Thank God you're back here in studio. I mean, we would have been lost without you. Seriously. All right. Well, good thing you're back. We have so much to talk about. You know, I was on vacation up in Michigan with Dan's family. We go every single year. They rent these cabins up in northern Michigan. They've been doing it for 35 years. So we were up there for the past week, just vacationing and relaxing, bachelorette partying happening. It was quite the full week. So I'm glad to be back. We got great gifts. We got a $300 coffee maker, which we just tried.
Saw that.
How was that?
So good.
I don't really notice a difference.
It's like
I'm gonna be
$300. Okay. See, this thing better be squeezed from the Colombian beans itself. I want to be.
I agree. For $300 coffee maker from Crate and Barrel, you're expecting like this to taste like liquid gold, right? I'm expecting the best coffee of my life. I'm going to be honest, it was like a little burnt this morning. Now, Dan is the coffee maker in our house. He does like a lot of the meal prep. He now is like getting into cooking. He loves to make breakfast. He's in control of the coffee machine.
He's
okay?
Susie Homemaker.
He's Susie Homemaker. He does it all. So he just says he needs time to experiment with the coffee and the different, like, how much you put in, all that, and then we will have a perfect cup of coffee.
And I know he loves that, but I'm expecting Jesus's juice if it's $300. I want to be bouncing off the walls.
I mean, this better be some Jesus juice.
Jesus juice
up in here. I know. I agree. But anyway, we got this gift. He really wanted it. He is very excited. So I will keep you posted. I'll be showing it on my Insta stories.
Well, fantastic. I hope every day it gets better. Just let me know and try different, mix them together, mix the beans.
I mean, it's got to be better because it's $300. And they have like a whole formula that they give you that it's all about water temperature, water quality, bean quality, ground level. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you have to buy it's like when you go to the gas station, you can't be buying, the regular. You got to be buying the premium.
You do that?
No, bitch, I'm broke. No, I'm saying for this $300 coffee maker, you got to be buying the quality beans.
Does it grind the beans for you?
No.
Okay,
I was pissed about that.
yeah.
Thank you. We had to
shit
go
is
out
useless.
yesterday. Okay, yeah. We have a Cuisinart a coffee maker that we had that was like $80. Okay, that's what we've been using for the past 2 years. I think it brews an amazing cup of coffee. You put the beans in, it grinds the beans, everything, it's good to go. Okay?
Yes.
we give that up because Dan wants this $300 coffee maker from Crate and Barrel. And now he had to go out yesterday and buy a coffee grinder. So he has to grind the beans, put them in this coffee thing, and then this thing has like 18. It looks like, when kids do a science project where they line up like all the different like tubes and things.
It looked like an ant farm.
It's a goddamn ant farm. It's got all these tubes and things lined up, and you got to pour the water in, and it trickles down in a circle to this and sits.
It's like a child's playpen. Now, when you guys,
It is.
Your apartment is beautiful, but it's not by any means like massive. So, I mean, you've got the coffee grinder on the stovetop. It's like, there was no, you're like, here we are brewing our first cup of coffee. I'm like, it's on the stove. There's no space.
God, that is the God's
why?
honest too.
Why?
It really is. I always say in our apartment, like you could literally, you could almost throw your dishes in the sink from the bed. Like you could eat in bed and then toss the dishes in the sink. It's so tiny.
Drop some crumbs on your shirt. No worries. Just toss it into the sink. We make it.
Worries.
Buckets. I love this girl's apartment.
Yeah, so we were brewing on the stovetop today.
Brewing on the stovetop. Now, it's not one of the ones that have the pans on it. It's the one that's flat top. It's a flat top stove. So, honestly, it doubles as a
work
countertop.
surface, really. I mean,
Exactly.
Just don't turn it on.
Make sure it's not hot. Right.
oh my God. I mean, honestly, we should have one of those apartments with like all the Murphy beds and everything
Just
where like
comes- flips
everything
down.
comes out of the walls because like that's all we can really fit. It is true. Lots of people are on our YouTube live stream. Thank you guys for joining. LXL. Lunacy says, what have I stumbled upon?
Many things.
Sarah's online. Susie Trujillo, who we love. Lara's on. Lady Ditia Aurora. Hello, ladies. Well, hello to you too. Thanks for joining on our YouTube live stream. AJ and my mom was here, for 3 or 4 days. And
Bless your soul.
oh my God, I love her so much. But I swear to God, if anybody that grew up in a small town will completely be able to relate to this.
Yes.
When your family from bumfuck wherever comes to a city, it is like everything is brand new to them. I've realized this too. I never need to take my mom on an expensive trip to Europe or anything.
Never.
Like if I take her to Tampa, Florida, her mind will be
She's
blown.
amazed.
You're telling me they got palm trees here? That'd be my mom. These grow from the ground naturally. They're this big. I mean, oh my God, she and her girlfriend came from her hooking group. They hook rugs together.
The hookahs.
The hookahs.
I love it.
And they completely have 2 full-on New England accents.
My favorite.
Full on out. And everything in this city, they were mind fucking blown. My mom, everywhere we went, Nick, could you call me an Uber? Yeah, I can. Okay, now when will they be here? I'm like, Mom, but you need your own app. Okay, she would go to the concierge at the hotel she was staying at for him to call her an Uber. I'm like, Mom, you can't do that. You have to download it as
And
your
the guy's
own
like,
app.
yeah, you're going to Venmo me back? She's like, what's Venmo? Like, she needs like multiple apps to be able to talk to
The
these people.
scooters, they could not get over. They're like, how do people not steal the scooters? I'm like, guys, it's GPS tracker in the motherfucker. You fire up a computer and you track down the scooter.
Also,
they
don't move though. Like they move very slowly if you're putting them yourself. They're not electric when you don't have the app.
Exactly.
So, but she still thought people were going to steal them.
Mind blown. I took her out to Warrenton, Virginia. If anyone's been out there, right? I was like, I've never explored Warrenton. Let's go out. She was unimpressed.
What is Warrenton?
Warrenton is like this little Virginia town, like kind of getting out to Middleburg and horse country.
Oh, okay, cute.
She was like, you brought me out here? I was like, yeah, I thought this would be like fun for you to see a little Virginia town. Well, what's there to see? I was like,
They got some alpaca farms.
a
That's
quaint
cute.
little town. We'll go have lunch, like bomb the roads. I don't know. She's like, okay. I mean, she was so unimpressed with Warrenton. Sorry, if you live in Warrenton and you listen,
And then
she's got no fucks for you.
She just wanted to like be a city slicker for a couple of days, Sarah, and she was amazed by what the security guard that was on during the
Okay, so
parade.
she wanted to go to Trump's parade, like to see the tanks, right? She was very fascinated by this. As leading up to 4th of July, President Trump had been saying he was going to have this parade with all these tanks and everything.
Yes.
And they brought the tanks down near like 15th and Constitution in D.C. So my mom was very excited that they might roll out these tanks during the parade. Again, she was very unimpressed with the nation's capital. Like, this is the irony of her. She's in awe, but then at the end, when you go, hey, did you like that? She's like, it wasn't that great. It wasn't that great. I'm like, okay, what are you expecting? So we go to his parade. It was actually, I have to say, it really wasn't that good. They don't throw candy.
For all that candy. Was that like part of the deal? What is this like?
I feel like every 4th of July, yeah, you gotta
Everybody
throw
watching
something.
know this. Yeah, when you go to a
I
4th
would
of
think
July
sparklers.
hometown parade, like you have, like they throw out tons of candy. That's the point.
Even at the Caps parade, they threw out like little rubber balls. Like,
Okay,
stuff.
I'll take a stress ball, but I don't want a Jolly Rancher that's been sideswiped by like a couple tanks. Why
well,
would anybody
I was
you gotta
pissed.
catch it.
We
That's
were
where you gotta
there.
practice your
All right,
reflexes.
now
Now you're asking me to play sports? Like, no.
We were there in 90-degree weather. There wasn't one Tootsie Roll thrown out. I was pissed.
Shit would melt on the streets.
And I'm telling you, it was just, God bless all the high school marching bands, but it was just one damn marching band after another, but it was almost too hot for them to play. So it was like every time they got to us, they took a break.
Oh, Tommy was like dying out there, like blowing the trumpet.
Literally, poor Tommy in the back. banging on
Exasperated.
Yeah, he was. He gave it 2 drum hits and then he moved on. They couldn't even play. They would come by and they were like, sorry, it's so hot. We're not going to do a performance.
They're in those like thick outfit costumes.
They're sweating to death.
Bullets, little Tommy in the back.
They had promised like horses, all this stuff. There wasn't one blessed horse. There was no tanks. There was no horses. I was so
Wasn't this like
disappointed.
a $98 million parade?
Well, supposedly the $98 million, well, I don't think it was that much, but President Trump had the tanks at his speech that night. Now, my mom and her girlfriend were really impressed because from our apartment, when Trump would announce the flyovers of, the fighter jets and everything, you could see them go right by our apartment. So,
The fighter jets?
oh yeah. Air
I
Force
guess you're
One,
right, because right next to Georgetown, yeah.
the jets. So my mom was like blown away. She was like, it was honestly like a child seeing a puppy for the first time. She was like, oh my God. It was just like, look up there.
Why didn't you take a video of that?
Oh, it was, and then they were so tired from walking around the heat. So they would sit down and then on TV, when they would see another plane fly over, they would run up to the window and stand at the corner. It was epic.
They're like little kids in a candy store. She's adorable.
She is the best mother of all time. She is so sweet. But she has been retired for 30 years. I'm not even joking. Like she has not.
Yeah.
So there is no clock for her. And now she really just wants to drink and enjoy her life. So when I have to work, she's always like, "Why are you working?" I'm like, "Because I have to work. Like I've got to get paid,
Right.
Oh, I know, but the podcast can wait. I mean, is anyone listening today's 4th of July? It's like, I know, but I got to do like a little bit. Oh, but it can wait. I mean, yeah, I'm like, all right, you know what? It can wait. Do you want the rosé now? Like, let's get the rosé. All right.
You should have just sat her in front of the TV, had her watch like a soap opera, and just said, Mom, I got to work for an hour.
And I'm telling you, every fucking kid, there are so many ugly children in this city, which I didn't realize until I was out with my mother. And because she has never met an ugly baby. But let me tell you, I spotted 5 because we had to talk to them all.
What are you going to do when your baby pops out and you're like not impressed by like what it is?
You saw my husband in 8th grade, right? He's got like a full-on mullet.
Yikes.
Bring up a picture of Dan. I'll tell that story. So anyway, all I'm saying is it was great to have her down here. She's amazing, but like she completely is on her own time. She wants you to be on her time. She's amazed by everything you have to explain to her, Metro. She could not even understand. I'm like, Mom, they're color coordinated lines. But now, why'd they pick those colors? I mean, I don't.
There's no rhyme or reason, Mom. It's just the colors.
Mom, I don't know why it's orange line. I don't. Tweet at Mayor Bowser. I don't know. All right.
Mayor Bowser.
I mean, I can't handle it. It was so. And then every kid. There was this couple in Metro, full on fighting. She goes up. The baby threw the bottle. I'm like, it threw the bottle because it's like trying to break up this fight, right? She picks up the bottle and she goes, excuse me. Do you guys want me to give this back to the baby or do you want to take it? The woman's like, I'll take it. I'm like, Mom,
oh Lord.
These people, and then my mom's just like down at the baby. She's like, oh, cute, okay. I'm like, Mom, get away from these people's kids. It's a city. Nobody wants your hands all over their kids.
Well, what were the parents? Did they have like a disgusted look? Like, what is this woman doing on our baby?
Yeah, they looked kind of pissed. And they looked like they would kick the shit out of her. So I'm not sure why she was hanging around, but that didn't deter her at all. Like, she's never met anyone that, like, nobody is like, it's amazing. I just need to reset my life and wake up like that. Because, like, everything is amazing, and she's never met anyone she didn't like. Even when they're, like, giving her stares of death, it's like, oh.
She's retired. She doesn't know what that means.
If that's what retirement is, I can't wait to get there, because it seems real pleasant.
She's like the most chill life. Anytime is happy hour.
I am
No
looking
rhyme or
forward
reason, no
to
worried.
that. She like lives for a social security check. Like she's like, that's like how, like my mom, some people know like the calendar by like summer or like school year. My mom knows it by when her security check is deposited. Like she gets so excited 4 days before. My check's going to be deposited in 4 days. I'm like, okay,
safe for
awesome.
everyone.
All right. Like in 4 days, I'm getting my check. Now what's today? I'm going to get my check. I'm like, Mom, okay, we know your security check is coming. It's super exciting. Like, it's just so I can't even handle it. I'm just like, Mom, what?
She's got to come. I think this means that she's got to come down more. Like she's not experiencing life up there in Maine.
Oh, we got to have her on more. She said she'd be on anytime. She'd love to be on.
I love when we call her in.
She is. I mean, she would be epic live too. She's just so.
If we could get her live in studio, that'd be fantastic. Send her a fee. Like we'll fly her in.
Oh, which I have to do that anyway.
True, that's
you
what I'm
buy
saying.
my
You might as
ticket,
well.
right? I'm like, aren't you getting your security check in 3 days? You buy
you
it.
can spot me, Sarah.
I know. And she's the best part is like some parents feel guilty taking money from their kids. My mom's like, I've been living for this day when you were going to pay for everything. I'm
My
like,
parents
Mom,
pull that on me too all the time because we love to go out to dinner. Like we eat out more than we eat at home now because
Yeah.
my mom can't really see anymore and she used to cook and now she doesn't. So we'll go out and like they always pay for the bill because I'm still a child. All right, I'm a 25-year-old child.
But they're looking at you now like they want you
they're
to pay.
like, can't wait till you get that big old TV check. I'm like, well, guess what? I'm not on it yet. That show that I'm on, yeah, I'm one of 40 competitors. Okay, I don't get a check. I mean, the checks were nice, but they weren't like $20,000. And they're like, all right, well, we'll wait.
Okay, speaking of like shifting gears, because I want to talk about this, and then we have so many stories to get to, by the way. Okay, well, first thing before I tease all the stories, this is Dan in like 7th grade. Oh my God, is this not like my husband is so cute? Like, what? I just want to make out with him. Look at his braces. For those of you who don't know, he has a full-on mullet. This mullet is like, this isn't like a little mullet. This is like Talladega Nights. Like, he could have starred in the entire film. I mean, what is happening? Full-on braces. He doesn't even look like my current husband. This is on my Instagram story. You can follow @HeyFrase. Does anyone else have pictures of their significant others when they were in 7th grade thinking, oh my God? I mean, oh my God. What did you, when you first saw this, you were like terrified, AJ.
Well, first off, it doesn't even look like him. He looks like Conan O'Brien with a mullet, with not red hair. Like, it doesn't look like Schman.
That's really good. It doesn't look like Schman at all.
And then we looked at his other photos, and I was still convinced that he was like switched like at the playground. This is not Schman. They switched him.
Isn't it weird? I do think like Schman as a child, or even in 2007, so whatever that would have been, like over 10 years ago. He doesn't look like Schman, does it? He looks like such an old man.
Now,
he's reversed aged, hasn't he?
Okay, Jack, like, she showed me a picture. He looked like he was 60. He had like hair that was like
comb over
the glasses. And I'm just looking at it like, Sarah, he's Benjamin buttoning your ass. You're gonna look old, and he is just gonna keep getting younger. Like, if that was him at 30 and that's him now, he's completely gotten younger.
People are dying laughing. They're saying Dan looks exactly like Conan O'Brien's little brother.
Thank you.
Ha, Sarah, he still looks like a naked mole rat. People are saying hello.
He looks like a naked mole rat with hair. That's saying something.
You guys, this mullet is like literally down to like beyond his shoulders, and it's in perfect curls.
It's perfect curls. It's like, what are the
My husband had curly hair at one time. He's bald now. I've never even, so you're telling me if he grew it out that it would
be
get
super
curly?
curls. You know what? Your kid could have like super beautiful, wavy, beautiful, curly hair.
Apparently, he never told me he had curly hair and braces.
This is going to sound racist, but the Hasidic Jews that have the amazing curls. Now, I love their hair, but I'm only using this as an example. Nothing racist, you guys. Don't get at me. But honestly, it reminds me of that. The perfect ringlet curls.
Well, it's funny. He is half Jewish. His father was Jewish.
Oh, there we go.
Maybe that's it then. Oh my God. Is that not hysterical? These will be at the wedding.
I can't wait.
These will be at the wedding. August 10th. We are like a month away.
We're a month away.
Isn't that bananas?
Actually,
I know.
we're less than a month.
Oh
yeah.
my
Oh, if you knew,
God.
P.S. We're like 3 weeks away, and I've got a million things to do. P.S. P fucking S.
Fucking S.
Okay, but we have a ton of stuff to talk about on this show. We'll talk about Pink. She's defending her kids. We'll tell you why. That involves, speaking of Jewish, a Holocaust memorial. So we'll talk about that. Also, the Bagel Guy, who we are all obsessed with. Chris Morgan is the Long Island guy who went in and had a rant because he was short. You guys.
Dude is having a rough day.
Feels that.
The roughest day. Like,
day.
and then the Dairy Queen employee who was fired for, doing a marijuana cake instead of a Moana.
I love the story so much. Honestly, she shouldn't have been fired. She should have been celebrated.
Thank you. No
Yes.
one gets a second chance.
Called creativity.
Creativity. We have to thank our sponsor today, Total Dental Care, TotalDentalCareMD.com. You can go to their website. Total Dental Care is your one-stop shop for all dental needs, general dentistry, periodontics, oral surgery, orthodontics, pediatric dentistry, sedation, and much more. They truly care about putting the patient first with comprehensive quality care for their entire family. We love Dr. Mary. They continue to offer a $99 special for new patients when you tell them, hey, Fraser sent you, or if you see our ad that's running on Facebook. It includes cleaning for non-perio patients with bite wings, x-rays, and exams. TotalDentalCareMD.com. Dr. Mary, we love her. Female-owned business, minority-owned. She's amazing. She's been a dentist for more than 20 years. Her experience is unbelievable, unmatched. And And when you go in, it's like a spa. So all their chairs have massages, heating. They just take amazing care of you. And if you haven't been to the dentist in 5 years, 5 weeks, it's all good. In fact, the last time we were there, they were telling us they've had patients come in who've never been to the dentist ever in their entire lives. They never shame you. They completely meet you where they're at, and they're very caring and understanding. So totaldentalcaremd.com. But before we get to stories, I did want to talk to you, AJ, because it was a big past couple of weeks for you. You were on NBC's Bring the Funny.
Yes, ma'am, I was.
NBC's Bring the Funny, brand new show. So I want you to tell us all about that. And then you auditioned, you sent in your audition tape for SNL. And I'm very fascinated by this because what goes into even making an audition tape to then be on SNL?
Yes. So you guys know that my big break basically was NBC Bring the Funny. It's still an ongoing show. It's going to air tomorrow night, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard. It's on NBC. And it's just a big, we've talked about it on the show, but it's like a big comedy show with like sketch comedy and variety and stand-up. It's awesome. And I was found on Instagram because I do crazy videos on Instagram.
Impressions. You're known for your impressions.
Exactly. And so now later on down the road, Kenan Thompson was one of the judges. I now have an agent through the show, and they basically reached out and they said like, hey, like right now is the cutoff point for SNL auditions. That's like, they usually do it in the summer. So I put together a reel and I sent it to them. They edited it. We figured out my best characters. And I said, now this is an audition to audition to audition. You know what I mean? There's like 50 layers to this. There's layers to this shit. Yeah.
How many rounds? So you've been working on this demo for them for like a month, right? With all these impressions. So they get that together. Then I'm assuming they give that to the producers at SNL. Then what is potentially the next step?
Then they judge you on your writing abilities. So are the jokes strong? And then also how authentic the impressions are. So on top of that, I wrote a script first, sent it in. They're like, this joke sucks. This joke isn't funny. You know, but not as harsh. But, you know, they talk you through it and you're like, okay, reevaluate. And it's got to be a 5-minute quick video of like 10 different voices. And they've got to all be like 30 seconds. So to cut down, you know, my videos are usually like a minute to 2 minutes. So to cut that down to 30 seconds was really hard.
That's so incredible. No, had you ever been joke writing before? Like, had you been?
Not really. I mean, you guys know a lot of my characters are like Courtney, and I take whatever their life is and then I make a joke about it. But it's usually like a storyline. I like do a whole story. Chad, he is, you know, like a privileged frat
white
boy.
guy. Yeah.
Right. And so like that used that whole storyline to be funny, like his mannerism. So it was really, really hard to make a joke strong. So, I mean, hey, you guys, like this has been a dream since I was like in 6th grade, SNL. I engraved it on my school ring. This is like the biggest thing. So I don't even care that I'm, you know, who knows if I'll be considered. Like they're sending it in. We'll hear back. We'll see. But the fact that I sent it in enough for me, I mean, I shit my pants.
I'm already excited
so
for
curious.
you.
I know.
Yeah,
I'm so excited for you too. I mean, you know, because apparently, like if you make it through, you actually audition lots of times for Lauren Michaels.
Yes,
which is
like the scariest shit ever. Like if you thought you were scared to send it, I mean,
not really. You've already performed in front of Kenan Thompson. You've already been on stage with Chrissy Teigen, Jeff Foxworthy.
This is true. This is true. And I had really great reviews from Kenan and Chrissy and Jeff. So they were like, this reminds us of almost SNL. So I had that in the back of my mind. So I was like, okay. We got
They
it.
actually say that to you?
They actually, Kenan
I would
was
have
like,
shit my pants on the spot.
I know.
Like, what?
no, it was like the biggest moment. So yeah, now we just have to see what they say. And then once you go in you get auditioned, I think you send in a second round and then you finally go in front of the actual producers and then you got to prepare like a bunch of voices in like really, really fast.
Oh my God. I know.
Can I come with you to be your assistant?
Oh,
I just
of course.
I'll hold your shit.
No.
Like, please, just let me be there.
I'll have you spritz me.
Oh my God, yeah.
Spritz. Now, people are asking, they say that because we all watched the first episode of Bring the Funny, but you're actually on the July 23rd.
Yes. So round 1 is broken up into 4 episodes, and I just found out that I am on the July 23rd episode.
Okay,
yes. So there's 40 contestants, and so they had to break up 10 contestants each episode. So there's 4 full episodes, round 1.
Got it. It was very fascinating. Jackie, did you watch the first episode?
I watched it with my mom. We recorded the series.
I liked the first comic that came out. He was
Matt
good.
Rife. He's been on Wild and Out. I mean, the quality, the caliber of comics I've mentioned, like insane. Matt Rife already has like thousands and thousands and thousands of influencer, like Instagram followers, everything.
I mean, it is crazy to me that they literally picked you out of Instagram. Like you had never really performed in front of a studio audience, like all of your characters. It's amazing. No. And then they put you up against people. Okay, and who was the guy that came out and he was completely like robot?
Do you remember his actual name?
No, he was such a weirdo. He was like, very, hi, I'm here live.
His laugh, he was like,
He was so creepy. He looked like 1,000 years old, but he was very plasticky, the best part of it was he was like a plastic toy out there.
Yes, basically. And you should see, we all had to go to wardrobe, and his was like the most, he needed like 3 hours to get ready because it was like a plastic wig. Did you guys ever see Crazy Town or Looney?
That's what I thought. Oh my God.
You guys know that like weird
It was
character
so weird.
cartoon show, and
Yes.
the man had like I think he passed away actually, the actor that played that role.
Okay.
I couldn't remember his name, but if you guys remember, he had like a thick wig, and so this guy
it's
reminded me of it.
Almost like a Ken doll or
Yes.
something. Like the hair is like plasticky.
Yes. So this guy was very interesting. Apparently, he's been asked to do America's Got Talent, and he said no 11 times. And
Isn't it hard for you to be there? Because I watched people so critical, and that's so douchey me. It's like, I should be giving these people credit. They're on stage, they're making it. And here I am going, you're kidding. These fuckers are up here. I mean, like, I'm like, she's going to win this whole thing. I mean, that dude came out, he was 1,000 years old. The jokes were weak as fuck. Are you dating anybody? Okay. Like, I'm just like, are you kidding? This is the only people that were really good. I do have to say, I think it's like tough competition for you is that improv group. That was
They're
like
amazing. Yes.
I was like, oh shit, they're kind of good.
Yes, and that's why this show
They
is
were
so cool
hardcore.
because there's like a whole sketch group that are made up of like 10 people. So, and there was all of them I thought were amazing. So I don't know how the judges decide. I never know. I'm like, I think they're so talented, like the sketch groups, and they had to say goodbye to another sketch group that I remember, and
Yeah.
it's just it's crazy to think that they're able to decide. Like one person, me, is going up against a sketch group of like 8 people.
Well,
it's hard.
It's
different
apples
levels
to grapes, and like
Right.
it's very hard to And I was surprised to see them tease Magic. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, Magic to me
Yes,
doesn't
yes.
even
Right.
mix in.
Right.
I'm sure he's a funny magician, or she was a funny
Right.
magician, but
They're meant to
Yeah.
be, yeah. So like he had funny jokes, and then he did a lot of crowd work. But I the first episode, we're all watching it. I had a watch party, and like I told people right before it, I was like, actually, I don't air till July 23rd, so half the people showed up, and I was like, thank you all so much for being here, all 10 of you. I really
Yes.
appreciate your support. But I'll have a much larger party July 23rd. But I was on for 0.8 seconds, and it was at the end, like right when it was about to end. So everybody turned around and looked at me. I was like, I'm on fucking TV. Nobody saw it because it was for 0.8 seconds. I was like, forget it. Honestly, it was like less than a second. It was like a millisecond.
I cannot wait to see your performance. Look, the show concept I like. I hope it does well. I can't wait. I mean, you're so great anyway. So it's like,
thanks, Sarah.
amazing what's going to happen. But it was just interesting to me. I was critical of these other people.
You were critical.
My mom was critical.
I mean, you've got to be. It's a competition show. So you're looking at, there's only 40 people, and out of everybody in the world, right? They had people from Australia, New Zealand. You're thinking, this is it. This is the 40 top people we got here.
I know. I'm like, you spent like $3,000 to fly these people from Australia. I mean, if you looked in Missouri, you'd find better talent. Like, I mean, it was just weird to me.
Oh, who, up in Maine?
Yeah.
You could have brought your mother on
I mean,
there.
oh my God, we could have, yeah, absolutely. Headed her out there. She would have flashed her social security check. It would have been funnier. Like, I mean, it just is, but
You're right.
The I would say the improv group was really good. And the first comedian guy was, but
Definitely.
it's just tough. Like, how do you be an impressionist going up against a stand-up guy?
It's really, yeah.
So hard.
It's
It's
really
so
hard.
different.
Yeah, and we all looked at each other like, what's your act? Like, they were all like, what do you do?
What are you bringing to the table?
And of course, you guys, I'm dressed as Chad for my first round, and everybody was like, what the fuck is that? Like, nobody understood. I was like, I do impressions.
You are the hottest lesbian. I did notice you really are the hottest lesbo. I mean, I've noticed from this U.S. women's soccer, like you would fit in so well from them. You've got to do a U.S. women's soccer impression because you look
should.
great gay. I mean, you really do. And you would be such a good, like out there. When you did Chad, a 4th of July,
Right.
I was like, you look like, Megan Rapinoe's girlfriend. It was awesome.
Megan Rapinoe's girlfriend.
It was awesome.
That's a really good idea. Speaking of, they're so hot topic right now. Go
Get out
women's
there
soccer.
and imitate the entire women's soccer team, okay?
Just all of them, just like a big
Yeah.
lineup of all of them.
100%. I mean, I'm serious. Like, you're the hottest lesbian. You got to play that up.
I gotta play. I mean, I did I audition for that role? I don't think the L Word. I had an audition for the L Word
How'd
for
that
the new
go?
season.
My God, I would love to
No,
see you just
it went
making out with chicks and going down on them. That'd be epic. Just say it out.
Okay, for all of
I
our
just have to
new
say, there's
listeners,
something-
Sarah has had a sex dream about me. Sarah has had a
Just-
sex dream
I
about
can
me.
just see you doing that role. I
No,
don't know.
if my parents ever listen to this, Mom,
oh no.
Schmiggy's gone
Your
for
mother
3.5
would
weeks with his military. So, I mean, hey, you never know. While the cat's away, the pussy
acting.
cats will motherfucking play.
It's acting.
It's all an act. No, now that, I'm in the Hollywood sphere, yes. A lot of... I'm in the Hollywood life, darling. A lot of them say that they sleep with their co-stars. Like, a lot of the times, like, every co-star has slept with each other to get, if they have a sex act. Like, if they have one of the acts that's sexual
Who
or
did you
making
hear
out.
this from in Hollywood?
Darling, I know people now, honey. Yes. Like, she's an actress. She was actually in, no, I won't disclose. No.
Okay, but this is a legit actress who
Legit
told you
actress.
that she has slept with what? Her male and female?
Most of them, yes. She's like, we all do, because especially if we have a sexual act, we want to get the chemistry going before we go on stage. We don't want it to be awkward or forced.
This is going to go really well for you. I could see this. Yeah. Okay.
Really?
Your family is going to be very excited.
I was like, that's interesting. No. And then, all the roles that I'm applying for are really like,
A lot of women on women.
A lot of women on women roles. So I'm like, I don't think. Yeah. Now let's see okay. Before we get on to anything else, I know we always get off topic, but like, if you had one co-star. Oh wait, I already know this one.
It'd probably be John Hamm. It would like 100% be. I love older guys. Oh my god.
John Hamm is a silver fox. It's not like you're hooking up with freaking Hugh Hefner.
Okay, well, who do you want? Like, you want to think of somebody ugly in Hollywood? I mean, like, it's Hollywood. I do everybody. Gary Busey, sure. Yeah, you want to have sex? Like, absolutely. I'll look
Woody
at
Harrelson.
those teeth. 1,000%. Yes. Woody Harrelson is so crazy.
Did you see his tongue skills?
Oh my god. Didn't you think he was hot at Wimbledon?
Well, you know what? It's like the eyes with. Like they roll back into his head. Yeah, it's like the crazy eye thing. I don't know if I could be like staring at him while I'm like
that dude.
Like
is
if
such
I'm
a
the top,
burnout.
he's the bottom. Like what am I looking at? Like the wall? I don't know.
Oh, Woody. I mean, is there anyone in Hollywood you wouldn't do? I mean, no one. Like,
yes, Woody Harrelson.
I'm down for everybody.
Idris
Tara Reid,
Elba.
whatever.
I would tear the earth up. Idris Elba? Nobody? Why is there crickets in the room?
Oh yeah, agreed.
I don't know,
Okay,
he doesn't do
you-
it for me as much. I don't
He
know.
has an accent, right?
Yes, British
Yes.
accent. Yeah,
You're
he's hot.
telling
He's
me.
smoking hot. Yeah, no,
I
no.
want you to look into
But
that
see,
camera,
I'm just getting.
and I want you to say.
I'm going through the weird guy face because I would rather do Denzel Washington. Like, I feel like Denzel's way hotter. Will Smith. Like, I mean, that would be great, right? You get a lesson in Scientology, you talk red table talk, and you'd have sex. I mean,
I'm sure Willow would probably like join in because she's just like all about open sexuality
Yeah.
and like gender fluidity.
okay, great. They can all watch, the whole family.
Okay, glad to know you wouldn't sleep with Idris Elba because he's mine. No competition there.
Look, we got to talk some stories because I want all of your opinions on these. But we have to thank a new sponsor. We have a brand new sponsor who we are obsessed with, and you guys need to order from them. We know it's Amazon Prime Day, but whatever. I mean, who needs another toaster? For $4? I mean, really.
Happy Amazon Prime Day. I mean, they've got pea freezers, like pea pod free, like the most useless shit. Now there is some useful stuff on there.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, like good deals on headphones, Amazon Echo. But I mean,
Yeah, but for the most part, you could just go on and exactly. It's like a bunch of electronics.
a bunch of completely random things you don't really need.
So instead, we love Everlane. Everlane's a brand new sponsor. We love. AJ's going to tell you all about their clothes. I am obsessed.
We just got their package in. What were your initial thoughts?
Super high quality, amazing. I loved everything. In fact, I took the Everlane 100% human sweatshirt on my trip to Michigan, wore it the entire trip. It was so
Super
great.
comfy.
Yeah, because it's kind of cold there in Michigan at night.
Really?
Yeah. There were a couple
In
nights.
July?
Yeah, there were a couple nights that
Yes,
it was warm. But
you got the lake effect.
you got the lake effect. You got the breeze coming off the lake. So I would nestle up in my 100% human. A lot of people thought it said just 100% man.
You man.
Yeah, so I was like, no, it's
The word
no.
is
There's
split up.
the hue man. That people were like, are you 100% man? No, I'm not. But I do sometimes think I am.
But I do have an upper lip that considers me.
But I have a mustache like you wouldn't believe.
And we'll get into that. We love Everlane, you guys. I'm really happy that this is a new sponsor because when I was talking to the rep about it, everything they said I was on par with. First off, if you shop in a department store, they upcharge everything. If you like a shirt that costs $7, they actually will upcharge it to $50. So what Everlane does is they itemize everything what goes into the product. They have shoes, they have pants, they have skirts. So it's
Got
not
all
just
of
like
those.
we got all. Yeah, we
So
we
excited
actually-
about that.
We got a wide. We got shoes, dress, shirt,
Shirt, dress, skirt,
shirt, dress.
shirt, dress.
Sure enough, we got that shirt dress. Everlane only makes premium essentials using the finest materials without traditional markups. So if you have a t-shirt for $50, they give you an example that it actually only costs $7 to make. They want you to know what you're paying for and why. So they tell you their real costs and are radically transparent about every step in their process. From the materials they use to the ethical factories they work with. The guy explained to me that they do regular check-ins inside the factories and they make sure that the working conditions are great.
Oh, I love this.
Everything
They're
is safe.
So conscious, yes.
Which I absolutely loved. A cotton crew neck t-shirt, it's exactly what it should be. Versatile, simple, stylish, and made from quality materials. He told me that one shirt that you could buy, at like a normal department store would last you for about a year. This quality of their products will last you like 10 years. So all I got to say is... if you want quality and thinking about the people and low carbon footprint, Everlane is for you. Right now, you can check out all their personalized collection at everlane.com/Frase. Plus, you get free shipping on your first order. That's everlane.com/Frase, Frase. And in 2018, make a commitment to eliminate all virgin plastic from their supply chain by 2021.
Love it.
Yeah, and check out their website because literally, if you click on one of the items, they'll explain to you what goes into everything. What cost, like the thread count. They'll be like, this cost us this. Moving that from wherever we got the thread from costs this.
I love where companies are headed, being so transparent with you. I think that's awesome because I think people have just been so deceived for so long by companies and brands that now they really appreciate it. It's so good.
Really, really good. If you go to the website, they also interview some of the factory workers. So like everything from every level of the chain that they're explaining how the clothes are made, they are transparent about it.
Oh, okay. Love it. Okay, one more time. Everlane.com.
Everlane.com/Frase. Use code Frase.
You got
the
it.
S is so hard. Use code Frase. Frase.
Can we just take a moment and pause? Paul Wharton just jumped on the live stream on YouTube and he goes, what day is your wedding again, sweetie? #scheduling mishap. Hashtag no need to panic, but when is it again, sweetie? And then Ashley HJ writes, smiling face at Paul. It's August 10th. I mean,
do you have anything to say? Because I'm about to take it away.
Take it away.
Paul, sweetie, you need to fire your team and get a new one. Scheduling mishap?
I mean, this is like he just hasn't paid attention until today, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I got to go to that bitch's wedding like in a month." Then how am I gonna coordinate to get from LA to Portland, Maine, to then rent a car? I really think that he should go with you and Schmiggy, like road trip, and you guys should take a video. Like you should video it, the entire thing, vlog for us.
Now I've asked him to vlog, and he goes, "Sweetie, you can't afford me." I was like, okay,
you're
first off, it's
correct,
for my channel, and this will help you, Paul, because you don't have a YouTube channel, and you should.
Yeah, it's called exposure. Like, you need to be on camera all the time, like every day.
If anything, I'm helping you, Paul, and you should be paying me.
I agree. Oh!
Vern, just kidding. I love you. Please be on my vlog, and please come to Maine with me.
I think it'd be amazing.
No, I asked him, I said, hey, can I fly over to LA and use your miles? He's got a plethora of miles that I possibly could use with United. So anyways, I was thinking that it'd be a really nice trip over there. He's got a place to stay. He can house me. Schmiggy's gone for 3.5 weeks. I mean, what am I supposed to do besides work on the podcast?
Yeah, I think you have a full-time job. Like what? Which she always forgets about. She's always like, she'll call me like randomly and she completely forgets that she works for me. And she'll be like, you know what? I applied for 4 jobs yesterday. I was exhausted. I'm like, aren't you supposed
I gotta
to be,
keep you on your toes, Sarah. I gotta keep
together?
you on your toes.
She's like, yes, I've reached out to Heather McMahon. I reached out to 4 or 5 other, I have told them I'm available. I'm like, you're not available. You have a job.
Sarah, it's all about exposure. It's all about collaboration with others.
It is true.
I'm getting her back on.
That's true. You're back on board. All right. I wanted to hit these stories because I can't wait to hear your thoughts on this. The internet is in love with, and all weekend long, I was playing Dan the videos. I couldn't stop. Chris Morgan is the Long Island guy who went into the bagel shop who's 5 feet tall and lost it on everybody because he's tired of women on websites meeting him and then telling him.
Poor guy.
I am in love with this guy. Now, a lot of people feel he's a misogynist. A lot of people feel he's slightly homophobic, that he's racist. A lot of people, he also makes a proclamation that he's the modern day Martin Luther King. Now, I feel like this man is mentally ill.
Modern day Martin Luther King?
Yes,
okay, sit your 5-foot statue down, sir.
MLK Jr., he believes he's reincarnated.
Absolutely not.
Here is the original video that went viral last week because a lot of news outlets have now captured him. He also had a YouTube page, which was very interesting, but that has since been completely taken down.
From him or his reps?
I think it's from him. I think he's realized that perhaps.
I love to say people have reps. It's like, no.
But there is a new development in this story, but play the original one.
Oh, Lord. Hold on.
Okay, hold on, Chris. Christopher Morgan. Chris, hold
Look
on.
at that
Chris.
face.
I mean, I love him so much. I love him so much.
No, I'm not quite understanding why the sound is off.
Are you kidding? It's not working? Is something not ported up? Is something muted?
Okay. Keep talking. Explain
Okay.
the development. I'm going to get the actual
so
good video.
Chris Morgan that you've seen, a Long Island television station caught up with him this week, where he basically did make the proclamation that he's the modern day Martin Luther King. He says that he's been tormented for years by women that he'll go out on dates with, and then they'll either have him buy dinner and they'll talk about how short he is, or they'll walk out on the dates. He also says that he's gone into 7-Eleven. It was amazing. He did an interview with a Long Island TV station, and he goes, "I've had it. I went into a 7-Eleven. There was a guy behind the counter, and he asked me first thing, how tall are you?" And he goes, "I've had it." And he says that his life is about bullying, that now he's out there to make people know that you can't just bully him. And I find him to be beyond epic. He also tells the New York Post that his life has completely turned around. Chris Morgan, 45 years old, from Bayshore, Long Island, owns a cleaning business. Okay, who is hiring this man to clean? I mean, if you said one thing to him, he would lose his shite. Morgan says that his phone now has been ringing nonstop with women who want to go on dates with him. Do we believe this?
No.
Simply.
He says it's changed his luck completely with the ladies. Quote, "I got girls hitting me. I don't even know. I got girls hitting me."
I get girls hitting me up all the time.
The original rant is basically people at the bagel store asking for his order, and he just leaps off into, "Why is it okay for women to say, 'Oh, you're 5 feet' on dating sites? You should be dead." That's okay.
Oh my God, I just wanted a bagel.
What did you guys think of this? Is anybody else obsessed with this rant as much as I am?
I would have
give
lost
me your
my
take while I-
shit if I saw this happen in the store. I would have been crying, laughing. He's very short, but I've seen men shorter than him, so
Let's be serious. I actually think the man's got a point. I mean, have you guys been out on a date with a guy that's so short? You're like, I don't know. I mean, he'd have to really wow me. I remember when I was in college, they kept trying to hook me up with a guy that they called Johnny Rolex. He was literally,
he wore Rolex?
Yes, he was in college, had a Rolex, went on to actually be a doctor. So again, a huge mistake on my part. But this little guy was 5 foot. If he was Chris Morgan, okay? And I don't know. I couldn't get down with looking down at him. Like, I just couldn't really,
being 5'2", I don't really care if a guy is short, because to me, I would always think I was super tall. And whoever I'm talking to, I feel like I'm the same height as them. And I know that that is definitely not the case, but it doesn't matter to me how tall you are. I don't care. If I'm attracted to you, I am.
So you would
but
never
he's got...
say to a guy, see, I bet, like, people watching, people listening, I bet they secretly hold bias to men, because here's the thing, the biggest thing on dating websites is always your height. Men are always promoting the height. Lots of women will put up there looking for a guy 6 foot or taller, which I don't know why you need 6 foot. I don't.
Hey, to me,
I'm
it's like
fine
that's
with
too
5.
tall. I'm too short. It doesn't work.
Try to play it through.
Yeah, playing it through the phone.
Dating sites, you should be dead. That's okay. Who said that to you here? Nobody. Women in general have said it on dating sites. You think I'm making that shit up? Everywhere I go, I get the same fucking smirk with the biting lip.
I love him.
I want to know what
Shut
triggered
your
him.
mouth. You're not God or my father. My boss.
Not God or my father or my
Step
boss.
outside? You want to step outside? Huh? I'm not scared, pal.
Because if you listen to him, he's like,
I love
I'm
him
sick
so
of
much.
women on dating sites. And somebody in the background
Alrighty.
goes, who said that to you
Guys,
here?
I swear to God, we ought to get him to do an appearance. We should get him to do an appearance in DuPont Circle, do a pop-up podcast, and have Chris Morgan just rant for like a half an hour on being short. Like, how amazing. And we could get him like a pedestal. He could get up on that. Like, I mean,
Just shout from the rooftops.
I love him. We'll get him stilts. Like, we'll get him up. Like, I mean, I love this little Napoleon complex. Here he is. Here he is on Inside. What? He's
Oh
so
my.
tiny.
Wait, he is
I
really
love him.
short.
I love him so much. Oh my God.
It's got to be really hard to like overcome.
That's the angle of the camera, though, because it's making her look like a
How
skyscraper.
are people not in love with this guy? So he's a little rough around the edges. I mean,
Apparently he lives in his van by choice.
by choice.
The women are sliding into those DMs
I would
right
live
and left.
in that van with him.
Do you think he's ever been married?
Hell no.
Okay.
He is like, can you imagine being married to this?
You know what? He should really
nightmare?
capitalize on this wealth and restart the YouTube channel.
I think the reason why I like him so much is his accent. So
You're right. I
just makes it
really
so great.
so
The
much better.
accent-
you're not
the
my
rage.
father or my boss.
Oh,
You're not God or my father or my boss.
Oh, my boss. You want to take this outside?
I'm in love with him. I just think he's so funny. We have got to get him here.
Hey,
Let's look at him.
Chris.
Let's see what his talent fees are currently.
Well, I
Probably
I
high.
would throw him a couple $100.
Dude, that guy will definitely take Megabus down from Long Island. He's doing nothing else. He lives in a van.
No, he's gonna drive his van.
Yeah, his own van. And he
How
doesn't
do
need a hotel.
Do we feel like this woman should have been fired? A Dairy Queen employee was fired for making a marijuana-themed birthday cake instead of a Moana-themed. She says it was all a communications breakdown. A Dairy Queen employee in Georgia has been fired for a marijuana-themed cake for Kensley Taylor Davis's 25th birthday. Oh, get out of here. The cake features a My Little Pony complete with bloodshot eyes and then a marijuana leaf. Happy 25th birthday, Kensley, it reads.
Also,
like,
why would
who
they get
the
fired
hell-
if she's 25?
25 and you want a Moana cake? No, I don't think so, bitch. You're getting the marijuana one. I mean, who wants a Moana when you're 25? What are you? You're not 12. I'm going to go on a Chris Morgan rant here. You know what?
She
Shut
really
God.
likes Mo. Okay, wait, were you the one that just said that you watched it last night? Jackie's like, didn't you just watch Moana?
Oh, well, okay. Just because I watched the movie doesn't mean I want a birthday cake for it. I like Disney movies, don't get me wrong. But, like, you're 25. That's a funny-ass cake.
That is a funny
great cake.
So this woman goes on, posts this picture of the marijuana cake instead of the Moana on social media and ends up getting the Dairy Queen employee fired. Cassandra Walker has now been let go and opened up to news outlets about the cake incident. This is back to school time. I have two little girls here. Walker, who worked at Dairy Queen for around a year, told USA Today, quote, I have a car that needs fixing. It's not funny to me. Walker says that she made the cake with the approval of her manager. The manager stood behind me while I pulled the images off the internet, Walker explained. She walked by as I decorated the cake. As I boxed the cake up, she was the one who walked it up front.
Okay.
Now, they're from Georgia, so can I get a Oh, wait, no, now I'm doing New
I
York.
think I know, but give us a Southern accent because don't you think that's what they're saying?
Moana versus marijuana.
Hey,
Okay.
look, anybody could mess that up. That's what
would she
she's
get
saying.
fired
Over
over
the
this?
phone, too.
Come on.
It's called creativity. I mean, now the blurb around the pony, it's not like any type of symmetrical. Like, there's absolutely no symmetry in this cake. But you know what? She got the name right, which, by the way, is a hard name. Kensley. Happy 25th birthday, Kensley.
Yeah.
And I want a Moana cake.
By the way, she was Walker, who was eventually offered her job back.
Good.
Says it was Autry who fired her. That was the manager. USA Today reports the former Dairy Queen employee said she has declined the offer. Quote, look at everything that it took, Walker said. I'm not going back to that place. I don't blame you.
Stand up for your rights.
I mean, come on, it's a marijuana-inspired cake. It wasn't that bad. It's funny.
if anything, it's hilarious.
Yeah, I mean,
Went viral.
Yeah. Can you imagine they fired her? They fired her too quickly. She's going to
People
sue.
mess up cakes all the time.
All
all
the
the
time.
time.
My name is never spelled correctly.
Andrea?
My friend's birthday.
Andrea? Yes. No, it isn't.
My friend's birthday, her mom asked to get happy birthday, my sweet Sophia, and they put sweat Sophia.
Oh,
And that was
Sweat
just
Sophia.
like their dumbass for spelling it wrong. but
S-W-E-A-T versus. Okay. Well, you
that was
can't win them
just
all.
Their
Yikes.
issue, but we weren't mad. It was funny.
I agree. I mean, what do you expect? You're working at the poor woman's like working at Dairy Queen trying to make ends meet. Like,
You're going to fire her
yeah,
over
she's
a
not like a
creative cake?
massive artiste. That she ain't no
Thanks.
Picasso here. I mean, for God's sakes, give her like. I mean,
If you want quality, go to Magnolia Bakery in
Yeah.
New York City. Like, you're
Yeah.
ordering from fucking Dairy Queen.
I know. What do you expect? You're lucky that you're lucky that you just didn't get a weed bud. Like, I mean, you're lucky you didn't open that shit up and it wasn't just like a full joint. Like,
Imagine if it was just a complete edible cake.
it sounds good to me, but.
Now that would
Nuts.
be. Yeah, no, I would totally agree with that. Apparently, the mom and the daughter are like, we would totally go back to the same Dairy Queen next year for my same birthday cake. So they didn't lose a customer out of it.
Yeah.
They loved
Dairy
the
Queen's going to
creativity.
get sued for firing this woman prematurely, I think. But how do I know?
As they should. What do I know?
Anybody else want to storm Area 51? Is anyone else behind this petition? 1 million people basically now have signed this or getting close to over 540. I think it's even higher than that now. Area 51. And it's an hour's drive from Las Vegas. Of course, there's been so much secrecy shrouded around Area 51. And are there aliens there? For a long time, the U.S. government denied that it was there, that it actually does exist. So there's a petition that in September, all these people are going to storm the area, and essentially all these memes, everything has come from it. Like, you're not going to stop us. Like, we're going. And now I kind of want to go to find out the truth.
I want to do it.
Because apparently aliens exist. And you guys believe they do.
I do.
Well, from all the documentaries that came out, Joe Rogan just had Bob Lazar on, and Bob Lazar just came out with a documentary. He was quiet for years, since like the 80s, when he released all that top secret information.
Okay.
They just did a documentary on him. Bob Lazar is his name, Lazar. And he was kind of the one that like opened up the whole Pandora's box about all the aliens. He worked on in Area 51. He was like a random engineer. He didn't even know what the job description was. He was just showed up one day and they're like, you got to sign all these release papers. So he was like top secret classified, worked on a couple alien ships.
So he says that aliens completely exist.
Yeah, but he is so mentally he's not mentally unstable, but he's been interviewed and the government like messed with, like they did so many. You guys got to listen to the podcast and watch the documentary. It's crazy. Like he hates talking about it. Joe Rogan was like, I'm so thankful that you're on. I know that the last thing you want to talk about is this shit. Like he was like 23 when he kind of started, or like very young in his 20s, and his life totally changed.
Well, the Air Force is warning people. A spokesperson said officials were aware of the event when asked how authorities would respond to ardent explorers who might attempt to enter Area 51 in September. The representative said she could not elaborate on specific plans or security procedures at the base. She did, however, issue a warning to those itching to try their luck. Quote, Area 51 is an open training range for the U.S. Air Force, and we would discourage anyone from trying to come into the area. Who cares? Where we're training American Armed Forces. What are they going to do? Shoot you because they come on there and look for aliens because you guys know that you're hiding like aliens and a saucer? Screw them.
All 600,000 of them were like, the bullets can't stop all of us. Like,
Yeah, they probably could, but
good.
I'll join
I hope
ya.
people do it. I think it's amazing.
September 20th. Should we do like a live broadcast?
I think 100% we should go down there, stay in an alien hotel. I do not believe aliens exist at all. I don't. I really don't. I feel like it's different satellites. There's satellites from other countries we don't know. There's, all
Do you
kinds
believe in all the different galaxies? Like this exact situation is happening in just another galaxy, and like a million times over, like infinity times.
I do believe in other galaxies, but I just think here's my thing is people have been reporting alien sightings since 1920. So you're telling me like back when we were just getting the goddamn airplane up that there was somebody that had created this saucer that's come here from another galaxy? I doubt it.
Questions I have is now if we've
And they don't
seen
stop. They don't come in. Like people say that if they're abducted for a couple hours, they probe them and then they come back.
release them.
I feel like
I think I like to believe it more than anything.
It's
Like,
such
I
a
just-
crazy
yeah.
thought.
because why
Yeah.
wouldn't you just land and then come on out? Like what do you
just,
have
like,
to lose?
hang
They're
out.
scared. Maybe they don't know what we're gonna do.
Okay, here's
to
the
them.
thing. At some point, it's like Columbus sailing the ocean to like new land. Okay, you know you could die, but you like risk it. Like at some point, if they existed, they would land in Nevada. They'd hop out. Their little green legs would head out to the Vegas casinos, and they would risk. And by the way, if they had any sort of intelligence, they would know that everyone here, especially in Vegas, would be so fucking excited. You know? I mean, everyone here would be getting them at the craps tables and not a person would hurt them. So you're telling me they haven't figured this out?
Well, what's crazy is that they had been investigating it in 1989, and you're telling me that in like 30 years they haven't been able to figure out what the fuck is going on in this little salsa.
I mean, we can hardly go back to the moon. It costs so much. You're telling me there's another galaxy that's got billions of dollars to send saucers? I mean, give me a break. We can't even get a GoFundMe going to get back to the moon. And someone's got saucers that they're flying around out here in the Midwest? I don't think so.
Oh.
Anyway. I know. I love that.
September 20th, they're going to storm it.
Well, we're going down. We're staying at one of those alien hotels. I would storm it. I just want to storm like 18 or 19 layers back from people.
Your ass is going to be...
So if they like shoot everybody, like I want the first like 5 layers to
You
die.
have the
and then
chance
I
to
can
run
turn
the
back.
other way.
Yeah.
Like, oh shit!
I'll be like,
gonna
guys,
be
I'll be
like-
right there. I'll be right there. Just gotta tie my shoe.
Everyone storms the land. Yeah, no, your ass ain't getting in.
I would totally be there. I love adventure. I will be right there. I just don't want to be on the front lines. Like this ain't worth losing your life for. Okay.
I want to report, but I ain't losing my life over it.
What's poppin' is everything in pop culture. We talked about Woody Harrelson briefly, but he was at Wimbledon and has now gone viral over the weekend after Harrelson's bizarre facial expressions became captivated by news outlets who were covering it. He was like licking his lips. At one point, security wouldn't let him back in. He got upset, took a big slug of his wine. Woody Harrelson's epic.
I love how like every time they would report, it's this, oh, he got another glass of wine.
They were
Here
obsessed.
he is. I'm like,
oh, Woody's back to his seat.
Yeah, they were so. Woody Harrelson looks amazing. What an
having a
actor!
grand old time.
What a talent! I mean, I'm
Drunk
sure
Woody.
batshit crazy.
I love it.
Here he is. Here he is. Security guy's telling him, "No, sir, you can't go back to your seat. I don't care." He's kind of like, oh,
he's like,
fine.
He's like, oh,
man.
He
step back
retreats.
a little too much.
Stumbles. Also, look at the security guards at Wimbledon.
I know he's got. Like,
He's sipping that wine. Look at his fucking eyes. Okay, you want to talk about Area 51? We have an alien upon us. It's Woody Harrelson.
he looks like a reptile.
Dude.
He looks exactly like a reptile.
Well, let me show you his tongue if I can find that one.
Oh, Woody Harrelson looking good.
Looking good.
That tongue, Woody. Oh,
Oh, wow.
Woody is licking them lips. Wow. He's got some serious cotton mouth going on there. He's just like,
He's like,
he's trying to get some sort of saliva going.
Honestly, I don't even know what to say about this video. Oh my, that is the
We
face.
got to do a meme for that.
What
The
is it going
face
to be,
you
sir?
make when you see your neighborhood ice cream truck?
I was going to go with something more dirty. Like,
Okay. Like what?
and Sarah's like,
When R. Kelly sees a
man,
15-year-old.
She went there, y'all. I was going to be like when Sarah shaves for the first time in 7 months. Schman's face.
Probably more appropriate. Probably more appropriate.
Sarah gets that Brazilian wax.
When I got that Brazilian on. I like the R. Kelly one better though, still, don't you?
People in the control room are just like sipping on their
What, they're
cappuccino.
sipping on their tea. They're sipping their
Fuck is
tea.
going on in there?
Yo, how do we feel about Pink's kids in Berlin, Holocaust Memorial, running around like a bunch of fucking out of control little brats?
Running around like a whole bunch of pots.
Like a whole bunch of, they're rattling around like a whole bunch of pots in Berlin.
Okay, this is not funny. Honestly, this is very disrespectful, but they're also young.
They're very young. Pink and her husband also defended themselves. These two children are in actuality Jewish, as am I, she wrote in response. She says she's tired of the parenting police, hit back at them over recent criticism on her Instagram. The mother of two was then slammed for the image of them playing in the Holocaust park. One critic said, "This place is definitely not a hide and seek place, dear Pink." The 39-year-old singer shared a photo of her daughter, Willow, 8 years old, and her 2-year-old son, Jameson, playing among the columns at the memorial for 6 million Jewish victims of the Holocaust. It's just bad taste. I'm sure you didn't mean anything by it. I'm sure you know, but it's kind of poor taste. I don't know, though. They don't look like they're really playing, do they?
No, they look like they're running. Like, I see people take pictures here all the time, like fashion influencers, people that show their outfits off. It's like, why not choose another place besides...
They take them at that park in Berlin?
Yeah, this specific one. I mean, this is a huge area people take pictures at, which it's obviously famous. But if you don't write, if your caption isn't saying, you know, rest in peace or showing homage, then like I don't understand why you're taking a picture there.
I think also saying like playing in the
Right.
Holocaust Museum is just like
That was over the line.
don't use the word playing.
Right,
But
for a word choice.
I mean, it just
She
looks like they're
gives
running
0
through.
Fs.
But yeah,
She jumped in. So did her husband.
yeah.
I mean, I'm
Can't
sure
please
they're not
anybody.
the first kids. Yeah. I mean, but
Yeah.
probably in poor taste. I don't know. I mean, I just did tasteless like R. Kelly jokes. So you're asking the wrong person. You're asking the wrong critic.
yeah, Sarah, you Jewish?
No, I'm like the most, Irish and Scottish. I mean, honestly, you couldn't get any whiter. It's like, it's so terrible. I'm like part sheep, probably. It's just really a terrible lineage. There's like zero diversity.
Lineage. It's not terrible.
I'm like a short Scottish person with a bad attitude. I mean, what do you want? Like, yeah. And probably an allergic reaction to booze. I mean, what do I mean, it's like, not really
I was
great.
really, I was jealous because I wasn't there and I never get to experience you in like full Sarah drunk form. You know what I mean? But then on top of that, you told me you took a couple like bong rips and I was just pissed that, again, I wasn't there. And you're like, I didn't even have a hangover the next day. I'm like, okay, now I know the secret to Sarah. It is hitting that pen.
It was
Actually, no, you were
experience.
vaping. But it was like, it had the
I don't think there
TH.
was anything really in there, though. seemed very weak to me. But I mean, I was gonna admit,
Whoa!
I was off my rails.
Fucking caller. You know when? It was fucking weak, dude.
Believe me, it was strong enough for me because I was acting a fool. Let me just tell you that. I mean, I won't get into it, but it was not good. It was not me at my best moment. I should have really saved that performance for you. That's where I'm like really off with my audience. I'm gonna just start really, learning my audiences. Like I gotta get back up on the stage because then I'll learn to really read it because that would have been a performance for you.
Honestly,
Probably
read
not
the room.
a good one.
Read the room,
from
Sarah.
my in-laws.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
We're learning how to do crowd work. You're great at crowd work. I'm surprised you couldn't read the room. At
It
this
might be that allergy
event.
to booze because you have a bottle and a half of rosé, sparkling Michigan rosé.
Which is going off.
And I think I knew it
by
was bad.
Vineyard 3, I was like, she's definitely done more than like 6 tastings at each. You know what I mean? Like,
No, I knew it was bad because every time I'd hop back on the bus, I'd be like, let's get turned up. We're turned up. I was like, okay, this is like me.
this should have been like Stop White People
like,
2K19 movement.
How lit are you?
Oh, are you woke and lit at the same time?
It was.
That would've been
not
great.
Good. It was a rap-a-tat-tat. Like someone should have tied my ass up at one of those.
Y'all, it's a rap-a-tat-tat.
It is a rap-a-tat-tat. I can't. I hit a limit.
That's my new
I'm like
favorite
the most
thing.
pleasant person. I love to have a couple
Are
drinks. I
you?
have a great time.
You are. No, but two drinks, your eyes start going
drinks
wonky.
and some meth.
wait.
Not some meth.
What? And some methamphetamine later? Okay.
No meth, menthol cigarette. It just was like a bad combo. It was a bad. Plus, I was having my period. I was hormonal. Dunsky. I was trying to say Dunsky.
drunk guys.
Went to a
They'll
bar.
get you every time.
Took a shot ski. It was not good. It was really one of my saddest moments. And it's
AJ,
so
you
bad.
didn't show
Why would
your
I-
drunk guys.
This is why I didn't want to have a bachelorette party or anything. Like this is like 3 weeks before my wedding. I'm so depressed about it. It was just really a bad moment.
We're having a fun time, Sarah. You're allowed a couple drunk nights.
Yeah, but then I took it to another level and it just really wasn't good in front of Dan's family. And I feel horrible. And I've been like, I'm still upset about it. I was like basically crying yesterday. I'm like so emotional about it. I don't even want to talk about it. It's so sad.
Okay, we'll move on.
Well, I just feel like,
Rat-a-tat-tat.
Yes, a rap-a-tat-tat, yes. Because you hate for someone to be like
No, I know.
hurt by your actions, and
Completely. You apologized.
and there was like other layers to it. I wasn't like I just like had a few brewskis and some rips and like all was good. There was just like some moments that were really bad, and there was like some videos being taken and.
At this point, you can't be so hard on yourself.
Confronted somebody. It was just really. It was me at my worst moment.
Okay.
I know. I'm feeling.
Who's
That's
the
what
wrong
happens. I'm having like a bad day on the show because I just still feel horrible about it.
Well,
I mean, like I want everything to be good.
oh, of course.
And I love everyone.
It will be. I hope you listen to this episode. You can hear Sarah's apology.
Oh, thanks.
You can. She's very apologetic.
I am sorry. I felt like so bad, and it was just so. It was not good. It was.
We're not even
audience.
drinking today.
It was terrible audience reading. Yeah, but anyway, you know what? You have to move forward. Things happen. Things happen.
They forgive you. If
Life
they love
happens.
you.
People make mistakes. It's all It all moves forward. But I just it's all really for Dan. I love Dano. Don't want to.
Dano.
I love Schmano. I'm so excited to get married to him. I can't wait. And I want I want everyone to come, have the best time. I want there just to be love vibes. And I couldn't live without my Schman. Like I just love him so much. So it's like I don't want any unrest.
Oh, well, of course.
Anyhow. Moving on.
Moving on. I'm going to be ping-ponging between the open bar and the donut wall.
It's a rap-a-tat-tat.
Boom, boom, boom. It's a rap-a-tat-tat.
You can get trashed. No, I want people to
know what'll be
turn
good?
up.
I will be. I'll
our
embarrass
wedding.
myself.
It's open bar. And here's the thing.
And they'll forget about you.
Okay.
Like your performance.
So.
Have you guys ever seen that?
That would be the best gift you could give me.
Yes,
Like
honestly.
if you could get it turned up real good, and really
have
cause
sex
a
on the
scene,
floor.
like that would be the
Okay.
you would do me the best solid of your life. Like I would ask for nothing else. Like even when you and Pete Davidson are hanging out, I won't even ask for him to do an interview on the podcast. Like if you could just do that at my wedding, it would save me.
All right, I can. I'll call up my people.
Oh my God, I really hope Paul just becomes
Comes
a
through.
mess and really comes through and because Paul's a bigger bitch than I'll ever be. So if Paul could get into it with everyone there, that would be amazing.
Do you know who I am? Oh, fuck all the way off. Can't wait.
That'd be awesome.
That'd be
Actually,
awesome, Paul.
I would be doing me a solid. Thank you. Okay. Yeah. Oh my God.
I can see that.
I know. Anyway, last thing we do on Mondays is Pineapple Mail, which is all your comments, everything that you have to say and feedback about the show. We actually had a listener give birth to us while listening to the podcast. Maddie, who is our amazing intern, can you give me my phone? I want to read 2 messages. We also have a woman who was so inspired by basically my story of leaving radio, starting my own business, everything that we're doing, that she started her own business and wanted to write to us. I loved that.
We love when you guys share these stories also.
I know. And I couldn't believe the woman who
delivered the baby.
Wasn't that the cutest story?
She's like a beautiful mom.
Oh my God, she's gorgeous. She came to our 3rd anniversary live podcast show. She says, Sarah, I was scheduled to have a C-section tomorrow. Now she wrote us last week, tomorrow morning, because I'm old as balls and I'm apparently growing a toddler-sized baby and I am terrified. The nurse during my pre-op today suggested I make a playlist of relaxing or even distracting music to help calm me down during surgery. I was like, say no more. I'll listen to the Hey FRASE podcast. She was like, okay, if that relaxes you. I was like, it won't relax me. But Sarah and AJ's batshit stories will 100% make me forget that I'm being cut open and having an alien coming out of me on the other side of the curtain. Anyway, this is how much I love you guys. I am literally taking you into the labor and delivery room with me. So she ends up giving birth. We put it on our Instagram story, which you can see her beautiful baby. Oh my God. I love this so much. And a little beautiful baby boy named Henry. Henry is the sweetest. MPSTG1. We love her so much. So anyway, congrats. Shout out. And then also we have to end with this one I love. This fabulous listener writes to us and writes, hey lady, wanted to let you know that I finally went after the dream business I always wanted to start. We launched this fall and we will offer the only all-girls soccer league in Seville, Spain, where I live. We'll be empowering girls not just through soccer, but also through mentorship and badass boss ladies in the area. Here's the link to our crowdfunding video if you're curious or want to share and donate. Thank you so much for putting all of your stories out there and being inspiring. So I love this. And it's called Futbolistas. And it's ifundwomen.com/projects. Futbolistas más que deportar. Okay. Well, anyway, we'll put up the link. Yeah, we'll put up the link. Yeah, you're Mexican.
Well, it could be Sevilla as well. Seville for Americans, and then Sevilla.
In Sevilla.
Deportistas. Futbolistas más que deportistas.
Oh my God, people are saying on my R. Kelly meme, that was awesome. LOL, R. Kelly. LMBAO.
So cool that she lives in Spain.
And now people want to go to the wedding and watch the shenanigans. Oh my God. Oh, look, I want people to get lit.
I'm making AJ FaceTime me while she's there, so.
Oh, well, you can just drive up. You and Maddie want to come. We're at 160. We have a 200-person cap, so we can allow 40 more people. And
you made the cut. Stay with me.
I'll bring a party bus.
I need you to like give people at the fucking wedding concussions. Like I need you to get shit hot so I can be like, you know what?
I'll be the trash
I kept it together. Yes.
I'm okay with it.
You and me both. Schmicky can take care of us.
In front of my family, they know I'm a mess.
I don't know, Schman's mom.
Yeah, but the difference is like you guys are 21, 25. Like I'm
right. You're allowed a couple drunk days. If
I'm still turning up mid-30s,
I'm still turning up mid-30s. I've lived a good life. If I'm turning up in my mid-60s, you seen Woody Harrelson?
Yeah, I'm basically like Woody Harrelson. I'm a
I made it.
Of like Woody Harrelson
is not a show.
No, really.
Okay. I'm beginning to look like Shaws of Sunset. Like all those people are 50 and they just like turn up every show. I'm like that's like me. Great. Anyway, I feel terrible. I have I'll be back on Wednesday. I'm just still so depressed.
Right. That's a wrap.
So anyway, all right. But you guys, we love you. Thank you for listening.
Oh, all right.
Okay,
right.
What were you
I
saying?
just want to say it's episode 369, and I got super excited about it.
Oh.
Because I just wanted to do a little
369.
Damn, she's fine. Give it to me a second.
One more time, get low. Get low, get low, get low. To the window. To the wall.
To the wall.
To the sweat drop down my balls. All these bitches crawl. Okay, yeah, there you go.
Okay, now we got that out of our system.
Okay, we got that out. You guys, we love you. We'll see you on Wednesday. New episodes every Monday and Wednesday for the Hey FRASE podcast. Follow AJ on the mic. Follow Hey FRASE. Follow Jackie _Petrus. Bye, everybody. We love you. Bye, everybody.